Hey, this is Timmara signing on with some more Fortnite Battle Royale. Alright, so last time I got killed by a storm, but we're gonna try to see where this next game takes us, and, we'll go from there. So, what to talk about? I'll try not to waste time like I did last time, where I died like 17 minutes in, and then the last 9-10 minutes were of watching another guy play and do much better than I, but give me breathing room to talk and such. But, so what about this one? Well, I think I should talk a little bit more about PUBG and what they're doing right now, or what Bluehole, the developer, is doing right now. So, basically PUBG just came out, was an arena game, trying to take on the likes of H1Z1, which I've never played, so keep that in mind, and I haven't played much of PUBG. But, basically what happened is that they stormed Steam and became super popular. They just became huge. And then, just quiet along the way, everyone else is working on their projects. Epic released, early access released Fortnite, technically. You can buy your way into the betas and such, so you can be playing now if you want, but I haven't. But then they announced a couple weeks ago that they were doing a free-to-play Battle Royale mode, which is very similar to PUBG. Including what the map kind of looks like, or at least the size or how it's played out, the means of getting to the island via this bus, which in PUBG it's a plane, and we airdrop from there. In this game it's called a storm, and it's just a barrier that closes in, which I hope they edit because it does look I hope it does actually look like a storm, just weather clouds and stuff roll in. That'd be cool. But basically what happened, they announced this, and they've released it today, or as of recording, September 26th of 2017. And basically how Bluehole felt about its release was not unhappy, saying Epic deliberately ripped them off and are stealing their ideas, they're stealing their game, and trying to just undercut them all. Where are we going to drop this time? We'll see. But, so yeah, they're mad about it. And they're trying to see what they can do to take legal action against Epic, which I think is just a bad about for a couple of reasons. One, there they go. One, despite how big PUBG has gotten, Bluehole is still what you would consider an indie studio. And going against a major developer like Epic, they won't win that. I mean, arguably maybe they could. Sorry, I'm just going off the cuff here from what I remember. But they're talking about how... Let's start at the beginning. Okay, but, Bluehole's upset that Epic ripped off PUBG in many ways. And they're upset about that. They're just taking their ideas, taking the big budget assets they already have, and are trying to undercut them. Now, I don't think that's necessarily fair on Bluehole's part to say that, because, it's not like they didn't take ideas from H1Z1. They either improved upon them, or they did change them, or did different things. But it does still bear a lot of similarities. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because that's how genres are made. Oh god, another guy shows up at this farm. You jerk. Okay. If I remember right, there might be a special chest. Gotta hurry up. There's a trap, but I don't need that right now. I need a gun. By the way, do not break open chests with your pickaxe. Oh, wait, there's a gun. Okay, let's find this guy. But my point being, PUBG did take a lot, or some ideas from H1Z1, and either improved upon them or changed them enough where it's not a big deal. What the? Yeah, that's what I was talking about with internet problems. But, they changed their game enough. So I'm not saying it's unoriginal, but there are similarities. So it's kind of hypocritical of them to say that Epic is, just stealing their ideas. But, because they're taking obviously ideas that were good and are implementing them in their own way. Because you can't look at Fortnite... Oh! Just a second. I am bugging out. Where'd this guy go? I am... I think there's another person in here. Yep, I'm dead. Okay, let's just jump into the next game. But, okay, anyways, so, yes, Epic did take use a lot of similar ideas for this game, or this version of their game, that PUBG spent the time developing. But, you know, a lot of games do take from each other and use ideas that, that were good and expand upon them in some way. And I think Epic has done that with the building mechanics, the way the art style looks, and just the other goofy changes they've made. So I think, you know, it's, similar. You can point at it and say, okay, that's a lot similar, but it'll change over time. Like I said, I'm hoping maybe for the storm, it'll actually be like a storm or something. But we haven't seen that yet. But it's only the first day that's been released, and yeah, probably Epic just, like, cranked this out as fast as they could in order to, like, get into the market as soon as they could. But, you know, I don't see much a problem there. You already see the PUBG fan base going nuts. It's like, oh, Epic ripped off PlayerUnknown's, and all they're doing is stealing stuff and ideas. Well, I don't think that's fair, because, again, PUBG did something similar with H1Z1 and other Battle Arena games like it. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, don't get me wrong. Again, I think I've already repeated that 2 or 3 times. But, you know, games take ideas from each other and they expand on it. Or maybe it is just coincidence. In this case, I don't think it is, but that has happened before. Like, Paladins and Overwatch is a good example. You know, Overwatch came out, it stomped things like Battleborn, which, by the way, shame to see that not getting updates anymore, but... You know, Overwatch came out, everyone loves the characters, they love Blizzard, etc., etc. And then Paladins comes out, and people get really upset about it because, they just decided to make a game to capitalize on Overwatch's hype. So they got a character that looks like Reaper, has abilities like Tracer, and uses a gun like McCree. Or, there's a short dwarf-like character with a turret and is a mechanic and stuff. And just like all these other similarities, which, you know, it's like, they developed a game to rip off Overwatch, when that's not really possible. It takes a long time to develop that stuff, and, you know, it's not like Paladins could have took months and they made a huge game in order to compete with Overwatch, which has been in development for years. In fact, in some cases, Paladins was in the works and in development and was announced before Overwatch. So, you know, there's some weird area there. But my point being is, you know, Paladins didn't rip off Overwatch, and, you know, it's not like Overwatch is the only hero shooter where you got abilities and colorful characters, alright? But, bottom line is, sometimes it's just similar ideas being coincidence, and other times it's just a good idea, and so it makes sense to use it. Why try and fix something that's not even close to broken, or even needing an oil, or, you know, don't overgrease a squeaky hinge, I don't know. But, you know, PUBG had a lot of good ideas. They took what was in H1Z1, expanded on it in some ways, and in some ways not, but they made a lot of good changes, had a lot of good ideas, and, you know, it makes sense that other games are using it. And Epic just happens to be the biggest example yet. Where do we want to... I'm gonna head for that mountain there. But Epic just is the biggest biggest one out there to make you know, PUBG clone, quotations if you will, or PUBG-like. I think that's more accurate. Because I hate it when people call things clones, because that's just so dismissive. But, you know, PUBG-like arena game. You know, it's a genre. It's a new budding thing. And it's good that we have those competitors. Now, the biggest problem Bluehole did have with Fortnite is not necessarily the game or the ideas, which good on them, but it's Epic actually did name drop PUBG when they said they were announcing this game. and using their name as promotion material. Now, I do see the problem with that, but at the same time, it's like, what else do you compare it to? If I jump now, will I be able to glide? I don't think so. But it's like, yeah, they name-dropped a popular game, probably trying to capitalize on the name, which I wouldn't hold it past them. No fall damage, no fall damage, no fall damage, no fall damage. I got some fall damage. Oh, we're fine, though. Alright, but the Flush Factory... So that's the biggest thing that Bluehole is having a fit with on Epic right now, is just using PUBG in their description to describe, well, not the game's description, but in their press statement saying what the game was going to be like and why they were doing it, because they wanted to basically get in on the market, which I think is good. So, yeah, maybe the name dropping was a big problem, and honestly, if Epic were to lose a lawsuit for... because of the game, it would be for that. Just using their name without their permission, etc., etc. But that's the only problem I really see in this whole situation. Otherwise, I think it's good that we're getting more games like this, more good games, not just rip-offs that are buggy and don't work. But, you know, I think it's perfectly fine that Epic made this game. And people are going to be mad over it for a while, but I think the free-to-play nature of this, depending on their business model in the coming month, or couple of weeks, maybe even days, I think this game will take off, and it'll bring more people into the game. Or more to that game type. And in the end, it might even lead to more PUBG players, because they now see what this free-to-play version's like. Maybe they like the army-like aesthetic more. Maybe there's a couple of different mechanics, or maybe the community. So, you know, in the end, I think Bluehole fighting Epic on this just might be more of a detriment than a help to them. That's just my take on it. I was thinking about doing a whole video on this, but I don't know. I might yet. I don't know yet. It just depends on time and schedules. And also, if people actually watch this, I think this is a good description of what I think about the whole thing. But yeah, in the end, I wish, you know, Bluehole and PUBG and everything the best of luck. It's just, right now, given the decision and given the option, I'd rather play Fortnite just for free-to-play, obviously, so that's kind of a trap in itself, and that opinion might change depending on what business model they go with. I'm really wondering what they'll do about it, because I don't know all the details, so I won't say too much, but I think PUBG added cosmetics and stuff, and loot boxes, and, you know, loot boxes have been kind of a touchy subject in the past couple of weeks, or past couple of months, because Blizzard's just going crazy with them, and it's really changing up games. But anyways, what do I think I guess we'll just focus on this game because I don't know enough PUBG to talk about it besides what I've already said. Okay, but anyways, what are they going to do for microtransactions and other things or other paid things in the game? I'm thinking, yeah, probably cosmetic items. And I don't know. I think that's about it. Just cosmetics. I hope they add character customization. That'd be really neat. And really, I think that's all they can add to this kind of formula without making it pay to win or completely defeating the purpose of this game type. So I don't know. It's odd. It's up there, but I can only say so much. We haven't seen what exactly this game is going to be like as it progresses. So we'll just have to give it a couple of weeks. We'll see how it updates. We'll see what people think about it, if it catches on, and all that. So it's early yet. We'll see what happens. Is there someone? Nope. I think I should start taking my potions. I gotta get moving, because that's gonna be... Oh, God dang it. That's my only biggest problem right now is with my internet delay. Switching inventory is kind of a pain. Sometimes I'll shoot when I don't intend to. Sometimes I have to literally juggle between weapons. When I get it sorted, when it wants to work, it works great. But until then, also I think they got to add controller input configurations because I really want to map weapon switching between my L1 and R1 buttons, but you can't customize control schemes yet. What else do I think they should add? They're probably going to add backpack space because only 5 slots. Maybe different types of resources. I know in PUBG, different clothing you wear gives you different armor value and such, so maybe that'll be a thing as this game goes on. And, probably carrying capacity can be increased in some way. So yeah, reasonable fixes. Maybe even add vehicles or something in, like in PUBG, because I'm honestly surprised they didn't have that yet. But that's really fun in PUBG is if you can get a vehicle, which I've been lucky to get one a handful of times. But when you get one, you just cruise around. Oh, there's somebody there. You just cruise around. You either try and run into people or just mess around. What else? I was playing with my friend, like I mentioned, and it was just, we had a car and we had a bike. And, well, no. I'm trying to remember exactly how it went, but it was weird. But basically, something happened with his internet, and things just started, like, glitching out and just going all over the place. So the bike just started running by itself, and it just did circles and just started running around by itself, and it got out into the barrier. And me and my friend are just watching. It's like, this is so weird. And so we go, let's try and hit it. So we happened to find a car nearby, and we just drove up to it and just bumped it. Nothing happened. It just kept going. And I was like, all right. But then it glitched, came to the car, and it, like, flipped the car. The bike just, like, basically grabbed the car and then body slammed it. It was so weird. It was so funny. I gotta ask him if maybe I can get the clip from him. But, yeah, that's just something. Also, with this resource building, you can probably, like, build walls. Just stop as many bullets as you can. Let's put that down. No other people. Where'd that guy go? Let's just keep heading this way. Oop! Okay. Didn't get full damage this time. So it'd be fun if we could just hop in that semi and just take it. But then again, by the time we got to this area, someone else probably would have already taken it. But, yeah, I don't think Bluehole's got anything to worry about concerning Fortnite. If anything, it'll be a benefit just to introduce people to the gameplay type. Or, you know, the game style. The genre. And that can only be a good thing for them, because maybe people will migrate to there, depending on if Fortnite inevitably screws up, because I have a feeling they will. But, you know, people can always go to PUBG instead. And that's good. Or just if people just like, I like this aesthetic more than PUBG. PUBG is just like too po-faced, military, boring looking to me. This is really nice looking, lots of nice colors. The character models look really good and cartoony, well, in that cartoony way. So, I like that. Can I get up this mountain? Can I build a ramp? And dodgy, but I think it'll... Ah, crud. I need to build one more. There we go. Oh, God. Go away. Guy's probably going to try and cut me off. Whoop. Yeah, let's just keep doing this. Can't... Gotta remember how to change resources. Oh, God! Well, I think I got away. Oh. Okay, I gotta be careful. I don't have much health left. I took quite a bit of fall damage from that. But I just like doing that. That's cool. Oh, someone else is nearby. Right, this is closing in on a city or a town. So, there's probably already a lot of people here. Okay, that guy's probably following me or coming another way around. Oh, here comes somebody. Thought I just saw someone. Can we get to this little shack here or something? Just for a little shelter and buy some time? Maybe find a health item? Where's the... Okay. Shouldn't have known. Okay. That's that. Let's just get out of that. So yeah, just more Fortnite. This was... I like it. But, yeah. PUBG is still a good game. From what little I've played, it's still popular. I don't think Fortnite's really going to affect it. And I think they're both going to be fine. I think Bluehole going after Epic... or... you know, lawsuit-wise is a really bad idea. But then again, the more I think about it, the more, yeah, maybe they could get something out of it just because they used their name in the description. I don't know exactly how that works in legal terms, but, you know, considering how weird copyright law is, that could be a case with that they could win. But, you know, what do they get out of it? Probably some money, and they're not gonna, and to change the description, they're not gonna shut down the game. They're not, that's just not gonna happen. And I don't think they should. But, you know, I've said my piece, I've said it a million times already over the course of this. And you know what, this is gonna be a lot of fun. Everyone's gonna be coming out of this, hopefully fine. So, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, like and subscribe and all that. This is Timmara, signing off.